This is Trey and Miss Ross's macroeconomics class, and today I'll be teaching the single viewer out there the ins and outs of the monetary and fiscal policy and what happens when they're combined. Helping me today will be two magically dismembered hands, named Rodrigo and that other hand.
All right, before we jump into how fiscal and monetary policy works, you need a basic overview of the two as well as the two types of each. Fiscal policy is the government's way of shifting the economy, while monetary policy is taken by the Federal Reserve, or Fed for short. Contractionary policy is taken to slow down the economy, such as in times of high inflation. Expansionary policy is used to get the economy going from times of recession. Okay, first up is fiscal policy. This is the government's way of changing the economy by either increasing or decreasing their spending or taxes. Expansionary fiscal policy is meant to increase AD and real GDP, and is usually done during recessions to jumpstart the economy. This is done by increasing government spending and or decreasing taxes. It should be noted that government spending has a more direct effect on real GDP because it's a direct injection into the economy. Contractionary fiscal policy is just the opposite. It's an increase of taxes and or decreasing of government spending. Next is monetary policy, and this is when the Fed or a nation's central bank takes part in actions that affect the economy by changing the money supply. Expansionary and contractionary policies are back for this, and they are used for the same reasons as in fiscal policy. Both fiscal and monetary policy change spending to manipulate the economy. Expansionary monetary policy involves buying bonds, decreasing the discount rate / federal funds rate, and decreasing the reserve requirements. These are meant to lower interest rates and increase interest-sensitive spending. Contractionary monetary policy does the opposite by selling bonds, increasing the discount rate / federal funds rate, and increasing the reserve requirements. When combined, monetary and fiscal policy have varying effects. Working together, these policies can cause indeterminate changes. Expansionary monetary and fiscal policy both increase AD, real GDP, the price level, and unemployment. But one, Batman especially, cannot be sure of its effects on interest rates. Expansionary monetary policy decreases interest rates, but expansionary fiscal policy increases interest rates through increased government spending caused by interest rates to rise and crowding out. The combination of contractionary fiscal policy and monetary policy is similar in the way that they work together to decrease real GDP, the price level, and employment, but they have an indeterminate effect on the interest rates. This is because the Fed's act of decreasing the money supply increases interest rates, but the government's decreased demand for loanable funds will decrease interest rates. When monetary and fiscal policy tug the economy in different directions, things get even more cloudy. Expansionary fiscal and contractionary policy have an uncertain change on real GDP, the price level, and unemployment, but interest rates are sure to rise. Likewise, expansionary monetary and contractionary fiscal policy have an ambiguous effect on real GDP, the price level, and unemployment, but interest rates are on their way down.